Hello, this is John Griffin again with the fifth and last in a series of short videos on the subject of a universal basic income. In previous videos, I presented evidence showing that advancing automation and computerization will leave ever larger numbers of people with no chance of finding work that will pay a living wage. I then showed that a universal basic income is a legitimate and effective response to that situation. In this video, I will talk about what people can do with their time in a world in which conventional jobs are no longer available to them. Throughout history, we have had to work to survive, and we have made a virtue of that necessity. What we did for a living has defined our position in society, and many of us have learned to base our self-esteem and our value to society on what we do to make a living. With the UBI, we will, after all of these thousands of years, at last have the freedom to step off that treadmill. At that point, neither your financial well-being nor your self-esteem need be determined by your production of goods and services. I, for one, say it's about time. After all, how many people stocking shelves at a retail store or serving customers at a fast food restaurant aspired to those jobs when they were children, dreaming of what they would do when they grew up? For the first time in human history, we can live a life free from that kind of drudgery and without having to rely for our basic needs on a job that we would rather not do. So what will we do in this brave new world? I believe that individuals of unusual talent and motivation will always have a role in guiding our economy and society. For those people, the UBI will simply supplement their work income. Those with an interest in fields such as medicine, genetics, robotics, archaeology, etc., should find in an automated world that their work is accelerated. The resulting explosion in knowledge and technology will benefit all of society. Others with an interest in the arts will have the freedom to pursue their passions without having to worry about earning a living. The results should enrich all of us. The sports lovers among us will share that same freedom. In a post-jobs world, our challenge will not be to teach the next generation specific job-related skills, but to motivate them to want to do something that has a positive effect on society, regardless of subject area. If we can succeed in doing that, then those individuals will become self-motivated seekers of the knowledge and skills needed for reaching their goals. Of course, it is fair to ask how we will motivate young people to pursue and finish their education if they know they will receive a UBI regardless. Personally, I am optimistic that that should not be a significant problem. However, society can always decide to offer supplements to the UBI to encourage the achievement of certain goals and to encourage a wide range of beneficial activities. The existence of a UBI can enable the true flowering of volunteer work and community service. People will have the time and means to participate in youth activities, community governance, elder care, and so on. I once read the story of a young woman who found great joy and satisfaction in caring for the animals in a local shelter. Unfortunately, the job paid so little she could not afford to continue. In a world with a UBI, that kind of service would be possible. In a world with a UBI, parents will have more time to spend with their children. The result should be a significant decline in gang membership and juvenile misbehavior. In a world with a UBI, our choices will no longer be limited to activities that we currently call gainful employment. If you have a passion that you could not previously indulge, you are now free to follow your heart. Maybe what you want to do is travel the world or play golf 7 days a week. or ride every roller coaster in the country. Whatever your choice, you will have the chance to pursue it. Or simply consider the example of the retirement community where I live. We have numerous golf courses, hundreds of clubs, nightly entertainment, and countless opportunities for volunteer work. If you are bored here, you just aren't trying very hard. While we would hope that all people choose to engage in activities that society considers useful, their eligibility to receive a UBI does not depend on it. Some may wish to do little more than play video games, watch TV, or spend time in bars. While society can help and encourage them to aim higher, perhaps by offering supplements to the UBI, ultimately each person has the right to engage in any legal activity. At the end of this century, I believe we will look back at today's workaday world and see just how confining it was. And we will find it curious that people once believed that their personal identity and value to society were dependent on doing work that they did not choose and often disliked simply because they had no other way to receive money. In summary, I am optimistic that a UBI will give each of us increased freedom to pursue our dreams and to reach our potential. I also believe that we will use that freedom to reach greater heights as a society. This is the last in my series of 5 videos on universal basic income. If you have reached this point without viewing the other videos, then I direct your attention to the companion website where you will find pointers to them. The address of that website is pinned directly below. If you have reached this point and believe, as I do, that a UBI is a necessary next step for our economy and society, then I urge you to take action. Let your political representatives know how you feel. But more importantly, let your fellow citizens know. This is important because the push for a UBI must come from them. It will not come from our current political and business leaders, since they are the ones benefiting from the status quo. I hope you have found these videos interesting and useful, and once again, I thank you for watching.